In this video, I'll be explaining more about hierarchical mobile IPv6. In the previous video, we saw that hierarchical mobile IPv6 has a special routers, has some special routers called MAP. So it's mobility anchor points. So what is the advantage of having MAP is what we are going to see in this video. So yeah, so if I tell a mobile node is going to have a handoff, then it means that it's going to change the access router, that's this access router, to some other access router. So when it changes the access router from one access router to the other access router, the IP address changes, because every access router will have a set of IP addresses that it can allocate one of them to the device that is connected to that access router. And when I talk about the area that is covered by these access routers and the map, this map, the one at level 1, has area of the two access routers, whatever the area these two access routers cover, so that area is under this map. So I'll just tell about the area and then talk about what is the advantage of having larger area. And this map, that's I'm going to mark it in blue, this one has the complete area that's shown here. It covers all the areas, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. All the access routers are under this map, and only 1 and 2 are under this map, and 3 and 4 are under the map here. So this has 3 and 4 access routers. So the area covered may be something from here to here. The entire this area is covered by this map. So what's the advantage of having larger areas, and how does hierarchical mobile IPv6 prove to be better than mobile IPv6? It's just simple. Hierarchical mobile IPv6 has two addresses. It's like local care of address and regional care of address. So when I say local care of address, it's given by the access router. It depends on this access router. So the local care of address depends on access router, and regional care of address depends on the map. So if I tell that a map has some region of this much, which is given by two access routers, so if I select only one map which has two access routers, then the area covered by this access router may be something this area, or to be clear, of something this part. This is the better one. This part is covered by the access router AR1. So the mobile node will have a care of address given by the access router 1, and when it moves to this area, the care of address will be given by access router 2. So I don't need this anymore. And I need to tell one more thing. Then this address that is given by the access router is nothing but the local care of address, and if it in the whole region, if the mobile node is registered to this map through this access router or any one of these access router, then it will have a whole regional care of address that will be valid to the entire region. So even though it does a change from one access router to the other access router, the regional care of address does not change. Only when the access router or the mobile node moves to the other map, some other map, then the regional care of address changes. So you may have already got the idea of what advantages this can have. That's the advantage is, I'll delete this since I don't need it anymore. When a mobile node moves from one map to the other map, then only it has to send binding update to the home home agent and the correspondent node. So in future I will be telling binding update has nothing but a simple binding update is a message sent to inform the care of address of the mobile node. So if I say binding update, then the mobile node is informing the home network or the home agent and the correspondent node about its new care of address. Now in hierarchical mobile IPv6 what happens is, I'm going to give a clear picture of hierarchical mobile IPv6 handoffs. If I have a mobile node which is connected to this access router, then the access router will give a care of address, and the mobile node should also register to one of the maps. So if it can register to this map or this map. If the mobile node is registered here, say it's registered here, then the regional care of address which is given by this map is sent to the home network, telling my home address is mapped to regional care of address, and also the correspondent node will get the regional care of address which is given by this map. This map gives the regional care of address to the map, assigns to this mobile node because the mobile node gets registered to this map. When there is a handoff, that is when the mobile node moves to this point, this access router gives a new care of address, that is local care of address, and that local care of address is not informed to the home network nor the correspondent node. So all the data that is coming will be coming to this map, and this map sees the regional care of address of the mobile node, and it knows where exactly the mobile node is, because when there was a local care of address here, the mobile node sends the local care of address to this map. So this map will save it with the regional care of address. So for this regional care of address, this is the local care of address that he has to send the data. So the movement of data, the transfer of data is from the correspondent node to the region of address to this map, and he will check for this regional care of address what is the local care of address, and he will then forward the data to the mobile node through that access router. What happens when there is a handoff? This mobile node will inform the map that it has a new local care of address. So the binding update is sent only to the map and not to the home network and the correspondent node. So the problem that we discussed with mobile IPv6 was sending the binding update to home network and correspondent node every time when the access router is changed. But in this case, even though the access router has changed, the home network and the correspondent node will not know that the handoff has occurred, because they only know about the regional care of address. Then assume that the mobile node still moves and it comes to this access router. Even then, this access router comes under this map, so it sends a binding update to this map telling my local address has changed. So it will again update the local address to the regional care of address, and it will move to this access router. Then again it will send a binding update only to this map telling my local care of address has changed. Again this map will update its local care of address to the existing regional care of address. Till now, all these changes from this to this to this to this, the three handoffs were not informed to the home network nor the correspondent node. So they don't know, they just send the data and it gets, the mobile node gets the data without any delay. Now what is the advantage of only keeping the handoff local. It's just simple. That is the handoff procedure will be done very soon. It need not travel a lot to inform the home network and correspondent node about the handoff, and then complete the handoff procedure, acknowledgement and updates. So the handoff will be faster and the bandwidth will be saved. Now okay, when will the mobile node inform the home network and correspondent node? It will inform the correspondent node and the mobile node only when the map changes. Now it was registered at this map and it is at this access router. What happens when it moves from this access router to this access router, which is in black? So when it changes the access router, then it may select one of these maps. Assume that it has registered to this map. If it is registered to this map, then again its regional care of address will change. So this to this. Now it has to inform the home network and the correspondent node that it has had a handoff. So after 3 handoffs, it is informing the correspondent node that I am having a handoff now. So now it informs the correspondent node telling my regional care of address has changed, so it will update the regional care of address. This is done via the binding update, and also the home network will be informed that my regional care of address has changed. So they'll update the regional care of address. Now it will get again a new local care of address, which will be informed to this map, and he will have a new local care of address. Assume that again the mobile node moves to this location, and again it will update its local care of address only to this map. Now again it moves to this access router,